Time now for Mike on the Money. We appreciate Mike Giordano with Williams Wealth Management, helping make sense of your money and also kind of how our money, Mike, plays into the whole world economy. Looking at Iran, what's happening there, shaking up the financial markets. I don't want to jinx anything, but the markets have been kind of calm. The circumstances, you know, with what's going on today as we look at these numbers, and this may not be where they land.
Yeah. Well, yeah, who knows what long term what it's going to do, but yeah, you know, the markets, they're very dynamic. I mean, I put a piece out on this yesterday on LinkedIn and some of the other social channels. The markets were down 2% when I originally wrote it. By the time I published it, got it out, I think the markets were down 0.5%, and then, you know, now they've piled on even more.
Yeah, so it was minute by minute almost, really.
Yeah, so the markets are dynamic, but I think there's three things at play here. Number one, the oil markets have kind of settled out a little bit. You know, the market was real worried that oil prices are going to continue to keep spiking. That could slow down the global economy. It could bring more inflation in the U.S. So that was bad. But when oil prices kind of like stabilized, that was good for the markets. The second biggest thing is you see, like, there was a New York Times report that maybe there's some, you know, back channel communications happening to try to end the war. Who knows what's going to happen there, but I mean, there's a hope potentially, and so obviously the markets look ahead. And I think the third thing is we're so desensitized to chaos these days.
Yes.
I mean, it really has to be a lot of chaos in order to really sustain us, because people are like, I'm not going to freak out anymore, because every time I freak out, things just keep humming along, and so I think that's a little bit of the factor too.
Okay, well, you never want people to freak out, but is there an opportunity for people to rearrange their portfolios right now?
Yeah, I think rearrange is the right word. I think what you want to do is, just like what you were saying, you don't want to freak out, because it's hard to know how things are going to play out. Oftentimes, war seems like a really bad thing, and it certainly is a bad thing, but in terms of the financial markets, they can sometimes see past this stuff, and they can end up being higher a year from now. Not saying that's going to happen this time, but, you know, it's definitely a possibility. So you don't want to freak out. What you want to do is reassess. You want to take a look, get a fresh look at what are your goals, what's your portfolio look like, and are those two things in alignment?
Okay, and so what's the most important piece of your portfolio to reevaluate?
Yeah.
Or is there one?
Right. So oftentimes what happens is people freak out. They want to go 100% to cash.
Yeah.
Right. And so what I would say is you want to separate out your goals. What are your short-term goals? What are your long-term goals? The short-term goals you definitely want to make sure that you're protected on. That goes whether we're in an environment like today or something more benign, right? You always want to make sure that the money that you're going to need over the next couple of years, that's in stable assets like cash. So if you need $100,000 over the next 2 years, make sure that's shoved away and stable. But the rest of your portfolio, you can take a look at with a completely different lens.
Okay, so what portfolio issues are you seeing now that viewers need to be aware of, or what are you hearing from your clients?
Yeah, I would say the biggest things are whenever you have a transformational thing happening like AI, right?
Oh, yeah.
It drives a lot of investment into it, and then you start seeing the numbers start going higher, 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 and people go, this is great, and it takes over a big swath of your portfolio. So whether it's an individual stock or a sector, people plow a lot of money into these things. It could be AI, it could be crypto, it could be private equity, private credit funds, all this stuff, and I see big positions within somebody's portfolio, and the problem is that now all of a sudden they don't want to trim the position because they may have to pay taxes and, you know, all those kinds of things. And so what it does is it puts you in a much more risky position. So even though things have worked out here in the near future or in the near term, they might not work out in the future. So if you're trying to, you know, mitigate some of those risks, you want to start thinking about how do you take away some of that concentration.
Fantastic. Mike Giordano, thank you so much. You were able to boil that down very nicely for us.
And we kept people calm, and that's the key.
Exactly. Stay calm.